We're here at the Red Pill Expo with Randy Pinocci. He is the Commissioner for the Montana Public Service Commission in District 1. Commissioner, thank you very much for being with us.
Oh, great to be here. A real honor to be on your show.
So you oversee a lot of things on the Montana Public Service Commission. One of the ones that I'm really interested in, because we've been talking about it here at the Red Pill Expo, is the 5G. I understand now this is being rolled out across the country and it's underway. But, just from listening to some of the speakers here, some of the information that's been provided, it seems like there are some safety concerns. So what have you gotten out of this, and what are your thoughts on 5G? Should it just be, rubber stamped and rolled out, or should we think about this a little more?
Well, I'll tell you what, anytime there's a safety concern to the public, the Commissioner's office, whether it be in energy, water, telecommunications, really need to take those concerns seriously, learn about them. What I've found that really got my attention is some European countries are saying 5G is not safe. There's safety concerns, and they're not going to allow it. Well, that should be a red flag for anybody in a commissioner's office that oversees communication in the United States to say, boy, we better understand what those concerns are. And if they're real, we better get those concerns met. I'm certainly not going to approve it if there are safety concerns.
So what kind of safety studies do you think would be appropriate before states and even local governments, I guess, in some states go ahead and approve this? What would you like to see before you're confident?
Well, the first thing I'm trying to do is learn what the issues are. I understand there can be skin damage under the tissue with 5G transmitting. That's what I'm learning here at this event today. I've talked to other public service commissioners and let them know that I'm coming to this event. I'm going to gather information. I'm going to return to the Public Service Commission office, and I'm going to give it to them. And so they're up to speed with those concerns. I would assume that at some point somebody's going to file a complaint with the Public Service Commission to say there are dangers with 5G. Now, oddly enough, the Montana Public Service Commission does not oversee cooperatives. However, the Public Service Commission approves federal ETC money that goes to the cooperatives to make sure it's properly used. The question I'll have is if that ETC money is going to be used for 5G, perhaps I shouldn't approve it until the safety concerns are met. I could hear a listener who's pretty well educated with the Public Service Commission in Montana to say, well, he doesn't have control over communication, especially cooperative. Electric cooperatives and cooperatives are really kind of run by the federal government. But if I'm in control of approving money that may be used for it, I'll be asking some questions. And I'm hoping the federal government's going to be asking these questions as well.
Yeah, and at the federal level, do you think the federal government has done enough to investigate these safety concerns? I've heard some of those things from Europe. Do you think the federal government has done enough to make sure that these are not really serious concerns that maybe might damage health or something like that?
Well, one of the benefits for people in office to go to Red Pill events is they get a chance to hear testimony. Within the last hour, a gentleman showed us government studies on 5G and that there are safety concerns that our own government did. And then somehow they just kind of vanished and disappeared or were refiled clear back in the Bush administration and the Clinton administration and the Obama administration. These safety concerns, they do understand. And what I'll be curious to find out is Europe saying no to 5G based on the studies done by our own government in the United States. So that'll be something that'll be interesting to see what may come out of that as some fact. So
yeah, absolutely. And I know a lot of the European governments have also expressed concern about the glyphosate, some of these chemicals that Monsanto has been producing that get in the water. And I know as part of the Montana Public Service Commission, you're involved in regulating different water issues. Has that concern surfaced in Montana? Is that something that's on your radar right now?
Well, certainly on my radar. And again, the Montana Public Service Commission has oversight on some water, but not water in the whole state. But again, at a Red Pill event in Connecticut, which I attended and spoke at, I'm listening to the Roundup concerns, and they are educating me that European countries have outlawed the use of Roundup completely where no amount can be in the country, okay? I'm told, and I'm trying to follow up on this, that every water supply in the state of Montana has traces of Roundup in it. We now understand clearly Roundup causes cancer. So you bet we've got to start taking our responsibility serious for public safety and the ratepayer.
Well, Commissioner, thank you very much for what you're doing, and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you very much.